Well, hello and welcome. It's that time of year again. We have a fire in the fireplace and it could start snowing any day now. I have a nice long list, probably too long, of things I want to get done before the snow and cold set in for good. I'm going to start with the essentials, getting the summer stuff out and the winter stuff in. Okay, so now it's time to scrub these mats. I'm not going to take a ton of time doing this because I'm going to end up putting boots on them. So, but I want to start off the year having them. Oh, hi. This is Georgie. Georgie was just inside, even though Georgie is an outside kitty, aren't you? Say hi, Georgie. You're an outside kitty, aren't you, buddy? Okay. Oh, that's my leg. Anyway, so I just need to grab the hose, and then we're gonna get scrubbing on these. Oh, almost stepped on you, buddy. I had an old dish broom or dish brush, which I thought was an old dish brush. Turns out my kids use that still. I don't do dishes very often, so I didn't realize that they still use that dish brush. Sorry. Anyway, so I don't have that anymore, but I do have, hi buddy, it's just the hose. I do have an old ice scraper, snow scraper thing for a car. That is actually my oldest daughter's, but she's in Texas and will not be needing this. And I will buy her a new one when she decides to come back and live closer. Here we go. I found it. I had to fight the impulse to just scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub, because in the end, boots go in these little boot mats. So I am not going to totally kill myself making sure there's absolutely no dirt when they're literally going to be used again all winter long. We keep our boots, I don't think you're going to like that, Katie. We keep our boots right by this door, which is also right by our dining room. So I like to have these not completely offensive, but in the end, this is where we come in and out of most of the time, and this is where our boots go. Okay, so those boot mats are going to go back on these shelves. They're impossible to get in and out, which is why I don't do this very often. And then I don't know if we're going to need the extra ones here anymore. That's where we used to have them, but we have a whole lot less people. So I think we might be able to fit everyone's just on those shelves, which is good because in the depth of the winter, this is kind of where ice skates go for a little while. All right, and this is the next thing. So this has been overtaken. This is all cat stuff. There's a ash bucket back there, but more cat food. This is kind of our outside stuff. Bubbles that really never got used, and then bug zappers and hats and what are those called? Head nets for mosquitoes. And then that's just a box of burning stuff. And then this needs to get taken care of too. So we're going to change our summer decor here. This is my summer decor. Do you like it? And it's going to be winter decor, meaning that's going to be full of wood. This will be kindling, the ash bucket, and this we need to take care of. We have 2 of these charging stations, but really only our 16-year-old's phone and my phone go here, plus various Kindles, Felicity's hearing aid charger, and the pencil sharpener. So I don't think we need both of these. And this is a lovely, oh no, what is this called? Oh, guys, help me out.
Terrarium?
No, terrarium.
Terrarium.
And this lovely terrarium from Lake Superior. Isn't that fun? It's actually alive. And this is food coloring. And I'm not sure. Ephraim has a whole plan with this. It might need to get stored somewhere else.
Ink?
This is ink?
Yeah. It didn't work.
It didn't work.
It's still cool.
But are we done with it?
No.
We're going to have to put it up in the loft then, because it can't be here anymore. And this can get thrown away. Here you go. Thank you. And then those lovely Lego flowers also could get taken care of. Why don't you toss that moss that's in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Mom.
So anyway, this is next. This is where I keep school stuff, and that bag is full of recipes, because I have a recipe book that I need to put all the recipes in, and I haven't done it. So this is what it looks like now. It usually looks better than this, but I have all the roots off of there, obviously. More apples still. Apples. Okay. So this way you can have this, Marcy. Let's do most of the bug zapper. Just put it back up in the loft. It was just hanging out up there. But so I want you to empty these things. So like the gloves can go where gloves go. Like that white cabinet thingy. Mm-hmm. I think all this stuff. Not totally sure how it happened, but everyone has snow pants and a coat that fits this year. I only needed to get 1 pair of snow boots, and we had just the right amount of Cabela's points, which was super helpful. Things are a tad bit tight after paying the bill for the 2.5 wells that we had drilled a couple months ago. The not so good news is I had to throw out an entire tub full of, they were all smaller sized, but snow pants and coats. Something they got put away wet somehow, and I'm not totally sure how, or something got into them. But they were all moldy and so gross. So it was a bit sad. I'm not great about letting things go of those smaller sizes because they're just so cute. But anyway, had to throw that whole bin out. Not fun. It's kind of exciting every year when I do this. We have a lot of people who will give us hand-me-downs or find some coats and snow pants or whatever at garage sales, and so they'll give them to us, and I usually package them up in bags or just toss them in bins at the end of the season, knowing that I'll have to go through everything again the next season anyway. So it's always a bit of a surprise at what I'm going to find. But again, like I said, thankfully we had something for everyone this year, which is so great. We even have most of the kids have 2 coats. One I call the town coat, and one is just to play in the snow and get ruined, and it doesn't really matter what it looks like. It did occur to me that one of the reasons I think why we have like specifically snow pants that still work this year is because we just have not had a lot of snow for the past 2 years. There's been a little bit, but on years where we have a lot of snow, my kids are out sledding and playing in the snow literally all winter long, and they will sled, and sometimes they will just go down the hill with their snow pants, and so we get holes in them. They play a lot outside, so sometimes the snow pants do not survive the winter. Okay, now I'm changing things up. I have this end table in my living room where we store things. It was supposed to be things for kids to do during read aloud, but then people sometimes just put random things in there and it gets cluttered, and then we never know what's in there. I maintain that there are two types of people in this world: the putter awayers and the setter downers. And I am sorry to say that I am one of the latter. I set things down and I do not always put things away. And unfortunately, some of my kids have also taken that trait as well. So, which is why now we have to spend more time than we should cleaning out a silly end table. One thing that I have always done when I'm decluttering or just cleaning is trying to involve the kids, especially going through their things. So Ephraim had a lot of his coloring pages and coloring books and stuff like that in this little bin. And so I had him go through them, and we talked about, why we're keeping something, why we need to get rid of something, and just try to help the kids understand that we don't have to keep it all. I like to tell myself that this is going to turn them into little humans who don't keep every last thing that they possess forever and ever, but time will tell on that one. And for my final trick of this video, hats and mittens and gloves and scarves. We have everyone's coats out. These are the 5 kids who live at home, which it's crazy that they can all be hung up on our little coat rack there that Brett made from wood from our land, which is pretty cool. Anyway, pretty sure people need to help Ephraim get his down, but that's fine. So I think Ephraim has 2 pairs of snow pants because he gets a little extra wet, but everyone has coats and snow pants there. These are still boots. Kids ride horses until it starts snowing a lot, so we'll keep those out for now. Eventually, I don't know where those are going to go. I don't really want to store them out in our garage, but they might just hang out there for the winter. We'll see. And then this is where I keep hats and gloves and mittens and whatnot. So when everybody lived at home, the little kids would have like 2 pockets, or for smaller gloves. But now there's only 5 at home. They have the first 5 rows of pockets. And then I have Emma's up here for when she comes home from Texas. Aiden, I'm pretty sure he's in Michigan, so I'm pretty sure he has most of his winter stuff with him. But I did find a lone pair of gloves of his. This is where we keep hats and mittens. And then Brett and I, again, this has just kind of changed even this year, but so Brett's stuff is there, mine is there. And then we just have a couple boxes of extra hats and then scarves. None of my kids really like wearing scarves, and so I just keep them boxed up, and if it gets really cold that someone needs them, I think we do have a couple pairs of extra gloves, so just in case someone loses some or someone's hat goes missing, like underneath the seat in the car or something. So I should explain in here, so I'll use Ephraim's. So in these first ones we have what we call car gloves, so just if we're driving in the car. They're not good for playing out in the snow, but they're good to keep your hands warm. So he has 2 of those. Then Ephraim actually loves mittens. He does not like gloves, so he has his pair of snow mittens. We'll probably get him 1 more pair this winter because they get pretty wet and then he can't go back outside. And then he has 2 pairs of hats and then the whole face, head, neck thingy that he likes to pretend to be a ninja in. So Bella has the same. These are the outside gloves, car gloves, and everybody basically has the same thing.